Yes. So this was something I got from Western Provinces. 𝗖𝗟𝗜𝗠𝗠 was actually gifted. It was really nice. It's like a clay jar. You put water or any other liquids in there, and somehow it keeps them cool. I can't really explain how that one works exactly, but it does keep the water cool. It's quite heavy though, so it's, I think, more nice for if you're inside the house. If your house is near the farming site, then you can have that to have some cool water for drinking. But to carry to the field can be quite delicate. It gets a crack, it's broken, we'll have to use something else. And another thing which I also like to, of course, is a simple outdoor structure. We call it 𝗖𝗛𝗜𝗠𝗠𝗧 here. It's made from, like, you take, for instance, like logs, put them in a circle, some sort, and on top you have a roof like this with the grass just on top. And then the air just blows like this. For having meetings or discussions. But they can also serve the purpose as, you know, like a cooling center or a shaded area, especially since most farms don't have the trees around anymore. So if you have at least one or two of those structures around, it could at least provide some shade when they're resting in the field. And I think that was something traditional that could also be promoted. I don't know what other people think, but it really is a simple African traditional way of preventing these things. At least the farmers, there are traditional methods, which I discovered as well. So some farmers actually make their own sun hats. Like this is a sun hat which I got from Monse. Nice, these wide brimmed hats. So when you're working in the field, you put on your sun hat.
Then just to
or in the heat. And then they have what they call traditional fridges or evaporative coolers.
Really?
Where you put the water or liquid inside, whatever you're trying to drink inside there. And then if you wet the surface of the container, as it evaporates, it should cool the drink inside. And that's another thing. Most farmers they do drink water, but as I said, water access can be a bit tricky. Even the quality of water can also be not that nice. So they can tend to prefer traditional drinks. And we have our maize-based drinks, or I don't know if you have those also. So they rather have that instead of just water. At least the maize-based drink is also like a food for them. So it gives them some energy, plus a little bit of hydration because there is water in there. And then I'll say the good thing about it is that most of the times they're not alcoholic. I know alcoholic beverage is not really recommended for the heat. Although you can add sugar into those drinks. So depending on how much sugar, it might actually be not good for heat stress prevention. But if it's minimal, I guess it should be fine. It's just my opinion there. And when it came to the farmers, just climate change, what is it exactly? Is also it's true. I know climate scientists like say 30 years, but people don't really think of 30 years. When in their head, we know what's happening now. We know what happened maybe last year or the last 5 years, and we've been seeing, the temperature is hot. It's not raining as much as it used to be, but of course they'll say that's just climate variability. But according to farmers, I mean, it's not raining like it used to. That's it for them. It must be climate change. They're like, if we could not have programs to even control the cutting down of trees for timber. Of course, we need to make furniture, it sells and all that. But if that might also come back to us as well, it could be very good. And if there was a way of maybe implementing a system where if a tree is cut, we plant a certain number of trees to cover for that cut tree, or if there were, some kind of laws or something in place to protect that could help us a lot. And I was like, okay, that's also interesting as well to note some of those findings. There is also the issue, especially when it comes to heat stress, and this being Africa. The truth is, it's always hot in Africa. Isn't that what we're always told? So how can that be a problem now? I mean, it's always hot. So we have farmers saying, I think I did have a heat rash some time back, or I think, yes, when it's very hot, I do get dizzy, I get dehydrated. I do have some of these strange symptoms where I have a strong headache and I just have to sit down, drink something, or to sit in the shade to rest myself. But I mean, it's life. It's not, you want to call it, it's not an illness or something. It's just the way it is. It's just the heat. It's normal, and what can we do about it? So there is that aspect as well, where we don't realize that we also should wear sunscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, we got this nice, beautiful, dark skin, so why do we need sunscreen? And then the truth of the matter is sunscreen is actually quite expensive in our shops. I can never recommend that to a farmer that wears sunscreen, and the price of that product is so high, and then it's also hard to find a good sunscreen for darker skin. And then other findings I'll mention is traditional practices, which came up in our discussions, where we're talking about heat stress, which is basically prevented by taking more water. But yes, so those things were the terminology, climate change, language is a bit complicated for most people. I won't say it's just farmers, but I'll say people across the board. My background being public health is also learning experience to understand how these things link together as well. So there is that need for information sharing. People should learn more about climate change, what they can do, how they can adapt to it, and how they can mitigate it, and all that stuff.
What are some of the key highlights or key takeaways?
So first of all, I'll say more needs to be done, especially in the area of climate change and health. How I got this postdoc was looking at climate change and agriculture, and then I just added the health component in it. But the truth is, climate change is affecting also the health of people. So we need more in that area in general. And then the next thing I would say is development of maybe early warning systems in order to, of course, inform farmers that, let's say, the temperature is going to be this high. This is what you can do to protect yourself and things like that. That sort of thing, that is. And also improving our weather stations. The areas I was working in, they didn't have their own local weather stations. The nearest ones were in other towns, which were quite far from that district even, or that, that town itself. So there's need to have weather stations closer to the people, and maybe in each town they should have their own way of measuring these things. That could help as well. And yeah, farmers in general, I think most farmers, the superpower which they had was be able to predict the weather. And then I think we should, of course, not ignore our local traditional practices and what has worked for us for over generations. And it worked back then, and some things are still being used now. I was actually pretty sad in Western Province when I heard about another water cooling container, sack, which is no longer available anymore. Because apparently during colonial times there was something there, and then the older farmers knew about it, but the younger ones were like, what's that? And somehow it just disappeared. So if you continue in this trend of always thinking that what's in Africa is not as good, and we can end up losing our own local things, which could be actually good for our situation. We need to be able to integrate what we have and make it, maybe modernize it. We can modernize what we have. We don't have to completely forget about what we have. And might even be more cost effective that way. Because some of these interventions can be quite costly. Putting drip irrigation systems and what can be quite pricey for us.
Air conditioning.
Exactly. And for people in general, when it comes to heat stress, as I mentioned a bit earlier on, take your water, stay hydrated, schedule your days nicely. So if you do heavy intensive work, do it when it's cooler, like the farmers do. They said they like working early in the morning or in the evenings, not in the heat of midday. If you can afford it, air conditioning is there. Also wear light colored clothing, sunscreen if you can, wear a hat or carry an umbrella, whatever works for you. Just take care of yourself. and your body. Yeah, I think that's it. I think there's just one other thing, because we did talk about the social justice aspect.
Yeah, we mentioned
so
social
it could
justice.
be meet with the people sometimes, and not just the headmen and the chief, but also the actual farmers on the ground, the ones who grow in the field, because they can have some really good insights on what they really need and what they think they can be able to do and maintain doing. Since sustainability is a very big thing, we want to have projects which are sustainable. So involve them when you come up with those solutions, when you come up with those projects, and then maybe we'll have more sustainable solutions to the issues facing farmers.
Thank you very much for watching this series. As we said, this is the last series, so if you have missed part 1, 2, and 3 of the discussion, just check our page for all the videos. Also, we've got other interesting and exciting videos on climate change, agricultural innovation. Like, subscribe, comment, and share